Saturday's solar eclipse has been sending us clues for at least the last couple of weeks. It was fully 2 weeks before the solar eclipse is set to take place on the 15th of March. That is when Mercury went retrograde at the exact degree of the same sign in which the eclipse is set to take place. And what that means is it isn't just about this moment, but ways in which we may think we have answers, but at the same time, we're being asked to pause, to stop, to go within. And just when we think we know, we really might not. And while solar eclipses bring with them bold and brand new beginnings, which is always something to look forward to, beginnings that ultimately align us with a path of what the soul desires to do. That is the point of eclipses after all. It might not be as direct as we hope, but that really is okay. Retrogrades invite us to get honest with ourselves to ensure we like the direction in which we're going, and the new beginnings right now that are going to start presenting themselves, that are going to feel so dramatic and so obvious, well, it is going to be the case that for some of us, we may need a moment to truly reflect on whether or not that's a beginning we truly desire. Now, how this eclipse speaks to you and your sign depends on your sun, moon, and rising. Listen to the horoscope for all three, synthesize the information to make it unique to you. And of course, I dived into this eclipse over on my YouTube channel, Nadiya Shah, and in the superstar space at thefutureismagical.com. Aries, identity, personality, who you know yourself to be, what matters to you most and first. I think in an instant, many an Aries is going to realize that you've been giving a whole lot of energy to something that really doesn't matter at all. You've been betraying yourself in some way, and in some way knowing some truth about you now more clearly than perhaps you felt in a while. Well, that is the game changer that has you making a different choice where it really matters. So keep the focus on you now, regardless of whatever it seems like, having to do with a relationship, having to do with some other external circumstance. At the end of the day, with an eclipse in your sign, you get a chance to see yourself differently and in some way start a brand new path that represents an authentic you. Taurus, if anybody out there is likely to feel like there really was something you didn't know and all of a sudden you know, it certainly is you. In an instant, what you didn't even realize was elusive now becomes crystal clear, and it's a game changer for you in one way or another. But the great thing is that the realization or the truth coming out ends up being tremendously empowering to you in one way or another. Your ruling planet is under the light of this eclipse, moving ever closer to meet the North Node in the sky. And what that means is whatever might be happening now, its time truly has come. And in some way, it represents a brand new sense of whom it is that you are and what it is that the soul desires to do in this lifetime. It might be a question you haven't asked yourself in a while, but now as we get to this light bulb moment with everything looking different, well, your answer becomes that much more clear. Gemini, friendships and group dynamics, in an instant, you see it all very differently. But the great thing is that the sky suggests you're going to empower yourself. And that could be with more authentic alliances or just seeing through some illusion of certain people in your life. Now, we do have all these retrogrades playing out. All is not as it seems on the surface, but there is a powerful sense now of alignment with the people who actually are part of your soul's journey ahead. Those friendships that are real, they will get more deeply entwined, and those group dynamics that maybe just aren't serving you, you'll be able to see through the superficiality as part of going another way. Cancer, career, life purpose, and your sense of alignment with a higher, more loving vision for your life in an instant. You might have some brand new career opportunity that feels like it comes out of nowhere. It might, for some of you, involve greater visibility. It certainly represents success in some way. Now, there is a part of you that's going to have to hustle, for lack of a better way of putting it. We do have Pluto sextile this eclipse after all, which means that you can see the pathway to make things better, to make things stronger, to transform your circumstances for the better, in some cases very quickly. And it is your focus that can make a big win happen for you now. Outside of career, look, life purpose becomes that much more evident and that much more obvious to you now as you start to align with that higher, more loving vision for your life more unapologetically than you've known before. Leo, long distance travel, immigration, citizenship, higher learning, and legal matters are lit up under this sky. And there very likely are going to be some brand new chapters in that regard, especially where it is that you need to bring one of these matters to a conclusion. A fresh opportunity or new look could have you feeling free of an ongoing matter that might have felt troublesome. But for all that, if it is that you have wanted to do something like go back to school, you have wanted to become more engaged politically or within a spiritual community, this could give you that very opportunity. And under the light of the eclipse, you just might find deeper meaning and greater success in these very fields. Virgo, profound change, truth, transformation, and wealth. In fact, if it is that you had wanted certain resources to become available to you, like a higher credit card limit or a scholarship or bursary or benefits, well, they just might open up very quickly. You might be able to have access. You will have to back it up with action very quickly as well. But energy like this says you're likely to feel more wealthy as a result of what transpires under the light of the eclipse. Now, outside of that, if ever there was energy that says be honest and be true to you, this really would be it. If you are in any kind of therapeutic process, physical, psychological, or otherwise, this is that proverbial breakthrough moment. This is where it can feel like you have 10 sessions in one. You gather and connect some deeper truths, and it is a game changer in how it is that it really changes your pathway forward from here. Libra, love, partnerships of all kinds. And this is about you in an instant seeing whatever's happening in love now, whatever happened before, very differently. So much so that it's almost like the past no longer matters. You're able to leap into your future. So for some, that's going to mean finally putting a challenging past situation or partnership behind you. It could mean a fresh new beginning with a person that you love. But it also very likely is going to mean meeting someone brand new, seemingly out of nowhere. They pop up and they awaken something in you, some awareness now of where it is that your heart is stronger than before. Stay open. We have all these retrogrades, which means all may not be as it seems, but there's so much excitement in this present moment with new people you might be connecting with now. Scorpio, your work life, daily life, clients, customers, coworkers. Now, these people might just be full of unexpected happenstance. In fact, a solar return like this does suggest that someone brand new that falls under one of these categories just might come in surprising, unexpected circumstances. However, there is a sense of gratitude and empowerment that comes along into the mix at this time. It is likely going to be this energy that will have you receiving some very good news where it comes to your health. You feel that much more able to start a new chapter, feeling stronger on a level of your habits, your daily rituals, and where it is that you were really needing some good health-related news, well, it finds you, helping you to feel elated. Sagittarius, romance, flirtation, what the heart wants. If anybody out there is likely to feel like a flirtation came out of nowhere but was a huge game changer, it certainly would be you. In fact, there is this transformative quality now to what on the surface seems very light and easy. Now, that could play out in terms of romantic love. It could be an awareness of fulfillment, creative fulfillment, or some of this might play out in terms of really good news regarding regarding a child that you want or a child that is in your life right now. But for all of that, yeah, I think lots of Sagittarius out there are likely going to be feeling like they are getting their flirt on. If you're open to meeting someone new, this is where a heart connection can feel especially profound and strong. Capricorn, home, the past, your living situation, your family of origin, and an instant home-related opportunities could feel like they just open up, seemingly out of nowhere, but that can be part of the excitement, what to look forward to at this time. If you've wanted to make changes, positive developments can happen. Again, they take you by surprise. However, this could also be really good news, fresh chapters related to your parents in particular, where that applies. A unexpected opportunity to have like a reunion with family members might end up being especially significant to you, helping you to understand your past differently, to empower your pathway forward so that what you need to leave in the past, you can, as part of feeling really enthusiastic about what's ahead. Aquarius, siblings, cousins, neighbors, these people might be full of surprises, but they might also be people who deliver really good news. In fact, I would say as a general principle, if anybody out there is likely to get some really good news seemingly out of nowhere, it certainly is you. It's not just a game changer, but it feels empowering. You run with it. You're able to make that much more of it. It might find you in written format, online, in person, but regardless of how it comes about, it helps you to get a lot more clear about what you're thinking, what you're wanting, but also to leap on some brand new opportunity that might feel like it comes out of nowhere. Pisces, money you earn, money you spend, self-love, self-esteem, all of that covered here. And if anybody out there is likely to feel like some brand new opportunity to create more prosperity for yourself showed up, well, it certainly could be you. But remember, we do have a lot of retrogrades happening in this part of the sky. And it's important to strive to stay true to yourself as to what you really want to do, even if it's not so clear just yet. Where the luck is especially strong is where you thought a financial opportunity was good and gone. That coming back around could really be the game-changing energy. Now, that's where your antenna should go that much higher. But for all that, look, self-love, self-esteem, your journey in alignment with it takes a leap upward in a way that feels positively healing. Well, thank you again for watching. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.